Hi, I'm Aeon. Oh my god. Hi, I'm Aeon in this video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to more Jam Trash. Recently, Ice Carbon Diablo X, ICDX, has been re-rated to Extreme Demon and then back again to Insane Demon. And every single time this happens, because it happens like once a year, the discussion is brought up, is ICDX an Extreme or not? And today, I want to try and figure out whether or not it is. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be rebeating ICDX, which I beat in 2017. I beat it 6 years ago now, so I don't really know anything about it. I don't remember much about it, so I feel like I'm going into it with a rather clean slate. And then I'm going to be beating a very low-end easy Extreme Demon, which is ship-based, to compare the two. Well, robi is a little bit of an interesting one because it's a medium length level, meaning that it is much more condensed. However, it is considered one of the absolute easiest skill-based Extreme Demons in the game, meaning that I think it's a reasonable comparison, right? It is based around the same skill set, and it is the easier end of Extreme Demon. We're going to be starting off by rebeating ICDX, and we're gonna be looking into it. It's a little bit of a scientific thing right here, right? So I feel like ICDX is a scary one in the sense that a lot of people find it very difficult because of like some specific ship parts, which honestly I think is completely valid. ICDX does have some very tough ship, but that's exactly why I want to compare it to a ship level as well, right? Because I feel like this always gets brought up. I have had this discussion a lot with my friends, my Extreme Demon Grinder friends, and my Star Grinder friends, where it seems to a lot of people that the reason why ICDX just seemingly always ends up getting re-rated to Extreme is because a lot of the people who think it is Extreme don't really play a lot of Extremes, like ever, right? And this right here, 40%, this is like the one thing that's like really hard, and the reason why everyone finds this to be like the hardest thing of all time, because this is impossible, admittedly. But the thing about ICDX and the reason a lot of us people, or a lot of us players who are pretty good at the game, say that ICDX isn't Extreme Demon is because of the fact that, well, to be fair, a lot of the gameplay, other than the ship parts, are very easy, right? So I'm gonna be practicing it up a little bit, just refreshing everything, just so I have it in clean memory. I'm gonna try and beat it. ICDX is an interesting level in a lot of ways because, as I mentioned, a lot of the reason why people find it really easy or like good at the game is because the non-ship parts are, this is gonna sound very bloated for anyone who isn't like very much into like grinding the hardest stuff, but admittedly, and this is not me trying to diminish any like accomplishment or anything, this is just me comparing, a lot of the non-Extreme Demon gameplay is hard demon, like at most. Like a lot of the cube parts, the ball parts, so on and so forth, they're just not difficult. The ship parts are, but also relative to a lot of other things, the ship parts aren't really that hard. And the reason why they were considered hard back in the day was just people weren't good at ship. Like that was it. People just weren't good at ship. Okay, so I have about 100 attempts so far, and I'm ready to go from 0. I know there's gonna be a lot of purists out there saying like, oh, but you've already beat the level. But again, I beat this 6 years ago. I mean, it's easy to find the exact date I beat it because it's just a couple days before my video went up, probably. That video is like 10,000 years old, so. The thing about ICDX though, the beginning, very hard, and then the 40 choke point is very difficult, and then 60s are pretty hard. But other than that, I don't know, man. Maybe I've just improved a lot of the game. For all I know, I could end up beating robi in like 200 attempts as well, and then this video turns out to be like a waste of time. You see what I mean? Cool. That took about 150 attempts, I think. Damn, I surprised myself, man. That took 15 minutes. Like, I'm gonna break the fourth wall real quick here. Look at that recording time. This is including the intro. 17 minutes of recording. Admittedly, I did fluke it, but I also, like, I knew how to play the level. Like, I was good at the level. Like, I did get a ton of good runs. Not like it's surprising or anything, right? But now, let's move over to the Extreme Demon, Robi, and let's see how that goes. Kind of excited for this. This is a level that I've looked at for a little bit. I think it looks really cool. And then did that. Okay. I've already taken more attempts on this than I did doing, ICDX. But ICDX is admittedly very straightforward. So attempts don't really matter here. Okay. I think I'm ready to, try and beat this. This is a really fun level. I really like it. It's a little bit tricky here and there, but for the most part, this is a really good level. It has a couple weird parts, especially 70, like 70 or 68 to like 72 or something. That part's kind of goofy, but for the most part, this is a really fun level. I really enjoy it. I have to take a little bit of time to get used to the beginning here though, because I have not practicing the beginning at all. 39. Not have died of that. That's a buffer click, but hey. For reference, I've spent about an hour practicing, so about an hour spent so far on this level compared to the 15 minutes for ICDX. So, but hey, I've already gotten 49% on this, so who knows, right? Who knows? I don't know why I messed that up. That was a really weird way to go, but hey, 46, I guess. I mean, I got a new best, but like that, I could have at least added the blue orb. Come on, dude. That was really bad. Is this Thank you, dude. Now, to answer the question, is ICDX actually an extreme demon? I feel like I really wanted this to be as scientific as possible, but I ended up having two very different experiences. ICDX, I fluked in like 15 minutes. I beat it incredibly quickly, and Robi, I ended up getting really unlucky with. However, I do want to point out that it took me like literally less than 10 minutes to learn and be comfortable with ICDX again after not playing it for 6.5 years. And Robi, it took me about an hour 15 minutes to even start playing from zero because the gameplay is really hard. It's an extreme demon, right? So while yes, it is tough for me to say simply because of the fact that I had already beaten ICDX in the past, I fluked it. I got unlucky with Robi. Robi is still one of the absolute easiest extreme demons I've ever played. I just got very unlucky with it. If we boil it down to about like an hour, 45 minutes roughly for Robi, even though it was much longer than that, because that's about when I got 96 and my other wave death, I still don't think ICDX is even really close to extreme demon. The gameplay is just not that hard. Yes, it does have some hard ship parts. I will admit, 40% is tough, and the ship is 60, 70 is really difficult, and the ending with the portals is a difficult part. That does not make it extreme demon, however. Yes, I know I'm probably not the best source to compare here, but from what I can tell and from what I've seen with people who think ICDX is extreme, it is a bunch of people who don't really have experience with extreme demons, nor with high-end insane demons a lot of the time. If you go for a windy landscape to ICDX, yes, ICDX is gonna feel much harder, but that's because this difference between a high-end and low-end insane demon is also very big. So I just wouldn't think ICDX is an extreme demon. And I know a lot of people are not gonna be liking that conclusion, but that's just how it is, right? I'll see you guys around. Each you can tell this to hydrate. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think ICDX should be an extreme? Tell me why you think so. Give me a reason, give me a story, and I'll see you guys around. Take care, everyone. Love you all, and I appreciate the support.